Okay, well, whatever. Let's keep it simple. Hello, everyone. We're probably gonna cut it up for YouTube or whatnot.
Mhm.
I am KBeast, of course, and joining me is Mr. Dr. Billington, Dr. Science Bill, and
What's
yeah,
up?
we're TvC enthusiasts, of course.
So, one thing I wanted to make sure we said, because we're going to put this up on YouTube, we're probably going to try and, get it out to people who might not know the game as well. Um, One of the big reasons we're doing this, right? We had tier lists and stuff before, whatever, but what was it, about 2 years ago? Something like that? We started coming up with this unblockable technology, the Baroque unblockables. Was it
Uh
about two
huh.
years ago?
I would say so. Quite,
Something like
yeah.
that, yeah.
I would say like 2 or 3 years ago that I started implementing them. But
Yeah. Um, and it changes up the game a lot. Like, you know, uh, people can do them pretty consistently now, and it shifts up the way that a lot of characters play. So we've talked a lot, we've theorized about like, oh, I think this character gets stronger with unblockables. I think this character is weaker with like doesn't have a good unblockable, so they're like falling in the tier list or whatever.
yeah, I
But
thought
we've
that.
never
Oh, no, go ahead. I was
yeah,
just gonna
we've
say I
never
thought
we've
that.
never really like listed it up, right?
Yeah. It was like a game changer. I thought it was gonna be to the point where the game is completely stupid now, but no, it's actually like it shuffled them a bit, I would say,
Yeah.
but it's not like the game's not unplayable or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's still very much in the meta, and it's not. It's on the same grounds as role canceling in CVS 2.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that I think people got nervous about was that, like, especially at first, but I mean, even now, the top tiers got really good unblockables.
Yeah,
The characters that were already
I was
good,
gonna say like let's just get that out of the way really
let's get
quick.
that
Let's
out of the way,
let's
right?
go ahead and put
So,
because we know it's
we know
it's not
this boy right here.
it's not debatable at all. I thought it would
Yeah,
be. I thought it would shake it up, but no. I think we
no,
still got these guys here.
these
Now,
boys, yes.
let's discuss real quick of these three guys.
Yeah.
I know it's debatable, so it is like I guess at this point it's opinion wise. Who do you think is the top of the top?
I think Zero still is.
You think Zero?
I think Zero, yeah. I think if I had to rank the three of them, I would go Zero, Yatterman, Tekkaman.
Okay. I think, now thinking about it, I would agree.
Mhm.
Zero's unblockables are way easier to get into, especially like he has like cross up form of, or he goes through
Yeah,
stuff or whatever. He's pretty fast on the ground and in the air,
yeah.
and yeah, he has projectiles to chase him. I don't know, but I think his damage output is not as good as Blade
Yeah.
or even Yatterman. Yatterman's way harder to implement with damage though. Like you got to do all sorts of crazy things, but
Yeah.
I would say best unblockables, easiest unblockables, Zero, hands down. It's stupid.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
guys
and
are already before
he was already a really versatile
exactly
character. Here's the
before
thing,
and
right?
after they got the best unblockables, and they're the best in the game already.
Yeah, they were already characters that had better rush down, better mix ups, better pressure, better like damage than a lot of the cast, anyways. And then they got the best unblockables. So that's life.
It's
Got that
life.
top tier privilege. After that, it gets muddy. Like people have always said this about TvC, right? We all know who the top three is.
Okay, yeah.
We know who the bottom is. Do we want to put him down there? Unless you
Okay,
have some opinions on
what
that.
I'll do, what I want to do, let's see here.
All right, all right, all right.
Let's discuss one character real quick, and we'll see where we put him. Cause okay,
Okay.
should we just throw it all out there? Let me look at your tier chart real quick.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah, we both made our own tier charts
oh,
going
I can
into
read these
this.
again. We both made our tier
For
charts. I made this thing. Oops, my bad. I just want to get rid of the extras. Control H, my bad. because we'll talk about these guys some other day.
Yeah,
It's not really a factor right now. But
yeah.
yeah, this a pretty standard tier list, I guess, with what a lot would feel. But
No,
it is like you said, it is
there's a
muddy.
few in there that I think people would, you know, maybe disagree with, but for the most part, I
Of
think
course.
it's straightforward.
Let's talk about like let's make it like 5 characters or something like that, and then we'll just throw them in, and then we'll like go on overall. Let me throw one out first. Let's say Chun Li.
Chun. Yeah.
Where would you put her?
I had her in the next tier after
Right
top. I had her like
at the
A
top,
tier.
like so, like around
Yeah.
here, from.
Yeah.
She's really good. She
Um.
has like one of the best assists in the game. She's very versatile and agile in her air mobility.
Yeah. She's got a lot of things in common with what the top tiers were, where she's got like really good rush down, fast mix ups.
Very good.
She's got like a lot of good advanced combo hooks type things.
Yeah,
That made her like right up there with the top tiers before, pretty close. The negative about her now, right, is she doesn't have good unblockable setups.
she doesn't have good unblockable setups. Some of her normals in some situations are kind of what's I guess stubby.
A little bit.
Like an air to ground to air conversion she's not very good at, like when she's like catching somebody. It's not too bad. Like, her launcher, you're not gonna catch somebody with that unless you use
Yeah.
Baroque. Like after you
Yeah.
get like a jab. Um One of the benefits I had of her, she's one of the only people that has like a an air an air level 3, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to use her level 1 supers, but she has good uses of them. In this game, you don't really want to like waste a lot on level 1s. So she has reason to use level 1s, but she also is somebody that could just save it for level 3s. And um,
Yeah.
the conversion of an air level 3 is really great in this game. It's
Yeah. It's
something
super
that
useful.
yeah. Some
And
execution
then
for
she's
her.
just got extra air mobility too.
Yeah, the air mobility is great for her. Um, Builds good meter with the lightning legs. I had her. I actually had her like around like one tier under those guys.
I can see that.
If
I kind of
like there's like a tier
I'd say
here.
I kind of gave her the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah,
right? Where I think that like just her like normal game plan is really good. I think she definitely suffered with the unblockables coming
oh
out. Like
yeah,
other characters caught up on her or maybe passed her, depending on how you look at it. But like, I think she still has just like really good neutral game, good assist.
yeah. She doesn't
Um,
have a great like stupid setup for unblockables, but she has like an incoming like generic one like everybody.
yeah, everyone's got sort of generic incoming ones,
Yeah,
which is fine. But she doesn't have good ones like to set up with, kind of.
but she's still a really great character, and her assist goes great with anybody. So,
Yeah.
I actually would have had her in like my top 5 or top 7 like a year or so ago.
Mm.
But after like we've been playing this game like crazy lately,
Yeah.
awesome game. I actually dropped her down a bit, but she's still very very much valid. It's just that she didn't benefit from the unblockables at all.
Yeah. It's not that she didn't benefit. Everyone benefited, right?
Oh
That's the
yeah,
cool thing is everyone can use these, which I feel like evens the playing field for like a lot of characters that had real problems opening people up
oh
before.
yeah.
But she didn't benefit more than any other character,
Like these three
I would
guys
say.
up here, like oh my god, I can't believe they.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not
Uh,
talk about that. All right,
let's not talk about those guys.
who do you want to discuss? Or just
So like an axe to grind of mine has always been Yatter 2. What do you think about Yatter 2?
Gather two. Okay, I remember the days where she was like down here.
And okay, so this because the
This is
reason why I
the
always want to
history.
talk about her, right, is because my training partner in Japan was Heart Nana, who played Yatter too, and I would just get bodied by that character constantly. And I was like constantly on SRK forums back in 2010 or whatever. Like, guys,
Back
she's
in the day.
so good. Everyone's like, no, that character's trash. I'm like, guys, no, trust me.
Yeah,
But
it's. I think everybody's debate on that was like why she was so bad is her damage output. Like
mhm,
that's one of the big reasons, and
yeah,
that's something I advocate. Like damage output isn't everything in this game, especially when you limit the opponent's ability to do anything. Hence, what I'm
Yeah.
saying is the robot. Like,
Yeah,
who
the
cares?
robot and the spin. I think she has probably, if I had to just like, outside of a character like Yatter One who can just like rush you down forever, right?
Hmm.
She probably has the most like frustrating, stifling neutral game of probably any character in the game.
I agree.
Like you can't do anything around the spin for a lot of characters. The robot like completely shuts you down for the duration it's out. I think she's really good,
She has
and
one of the
she
best
also has
reversals
like
in the
command
game.
dash now, right? Which is a good unblockable setup.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah. Uh, I think you have to. Hold on. Let me think about this. Because I don't think you
So
could do the command dash on Baroque on Whiff. I haven't
can't you?
tested
I
it on
think
my
I think
hand.
it's I think you have to do it like late. You can't do it
Okay.
like right away.
I'll have to check that out. But yeah, it's still really good. Her high low mix up is actually it's not complete block string, so you can interrupt it, but it's still a factor. And
Yeah,
yeah, like just yatter
she's
spin.
not forced to go for that. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
she's not forced, and she has the. I don't know why she's the only one with the standing seat cancel.
Yeah,
It's really good. I would
yeah.
have. I put her like around this tier over here because her damage output's not that great. Her level 3 is great,
Her level 3 damage output is really good, and
but you have to
like,
you want to use a lot of meter with her though, with level
yeah,
ones.
yeah, you do. But like even if you do just a basic combo with her, it's really like not a lot of damage. But
Hmm.
if you really work on it, and put in time with her, I think she can do damage. Like you know, uh, you were playing Grinta with his Yatter Chun
Oh
team.
yeah,
If you do an assist extension like that, she's doing damage like a normal character,
she
basically,
does
right? It's
damage
not
like a
like
normal character, and she's
fantastic
building
damage,
meter.
but it's like normal character damage, right?
Yep, yep.
So I don't know. I had her high tier. That
Let's
that was
see here.
my
Yours
idea.
was yeah, okay, I see. You put her like in this tier up here,
I did.
like
Yeah.
right under these guys. Here, let me
Mhm.
adjust these guys again. Just put them back up here. No particular order yet. We're not talking about faults or nothing like that because this game is still very, very unexplored. But okay, so you had them like over here. I had mine's like there. I had Chun Li higher. You know how I said Chun Li was up here. We had
Yeah.
her too, like in this group of people over here. Like you said, it gets muddy. But I'd just say like her versatility, her use of level ones is really great. But by herself, it's kind of hard. She has low health. Um, like she has to
Yeah.
rely on using level ones to be like super duper effective.
Yeah.
And I think her was it her capitalizing on Baroque
Hmm.
is pretty generic. Like you can't really use it like in mix-ups and stuff like that. Like let's say like Yatterman or Chun-Li does. That's
Yeah.
getting very meta, but I just say like her low damage output and her life puts her a
Yeah.
little bit
There's
lower.
definite arguments against her,
Yeah,
but like I yeah I
she's not bottom tier. She's
I
not
look I
she's
look
not
at the
bottom
neutral
tier like you
game
said.
and I see
Yeah,
like a
her
character
neutral
that's
is
very
insane.
hard to play neutral against.
Yatter
You
spin.
know, it's hard to make a game plan against her. You know? So
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, this might be a split decision here.
yeah. And like yeah, a good way to do this is probably do you think they're better or worse than
I
whatever
know that's what
character?
I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause you got this guy here, right?
I do have that guy up there. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I think Morgan's way better than Ryu.
Seriously?
I do. Way better than
Hmm.
Ryu.
Hmm. Um, I mean, We've seen better Morgan play lately than we maybe had for a while, but like I still think she struggles. I think that she has really low damage too. I think that she has trouble extending combos. She also like I put her in like a similar tier to Yatter 2 that way, like in terms of like bad damage output. But she uh she doesn't have as strong of a neutral game, I don't think.
Okay.
I think like if you can sort of keep pressure going, it's good, and you can like I don't feel like she can sustain it, right? I feel like she creates opportunities and gets a couple mix-ups, but if you block her out, like she has kind of a poor neutral game. Not poor. I don't want to say poor, but not that strong to justify her really low damage. Yeah, her launcher's really good. That's fine, but like I don't feel like it's good on the level of like spin, you know,
Spin? As
of
in,
Yatter 2 spin.
okay. I
See,
was thinking
because
Yatter
I'm
2
doing the
spin or
comparison to Yatter
Tatsu.
2, right?
Okay. Um, to that debate, launcher is still special cancelable. Um,
Yeah.
and of course Baroque is still there if you want to like launch on block. Sure you can block Baroque.
Hmm.
Um, not to say that okay 6B freaking Supra dude.
Bunch of idiot opinions
Her
in the chat
normals
over
are
here.
godlike compared to Ryu, and she has a dash that moves in at okay. The instant
So you
overhead is
think her
ridiculous.
normals are godlike compared to Ryu?
Yes. Okay. What? Give me a good Ryu normal besides jumping C.
Besides jumping C, I mean, all of his crouching buttons are good.
Yeah, they require you to get in pretty bad. Like, I mean, I feel like Morgan gets a way easier time coming in. Um, I could understand you saying that. Well, like what Fireball Baroque. I mean, Morgan. I would also
So,
say that I would also advocate that it's a lot harder to hit Morgan.
so I think that um, Ryu DP Baroque is one of the dumbest gimmicks in this game.
It
The
is,
fact that you can
but it's still
cancel
there.
that into jab, and when it hits, you just get a full combo off of the juggle jab. That's dumb.
Are you
That's
talking
dumb as
about
hell.
off of offensive Ryu Shoryuken Baroque, and
Off
then
of any
oh,
DP
you're talking
Baroque,
about okay, because I would find
like
that
any
really
DP.
hard to connect.
No, if you just do it right away, it juggles. You can juggle jabs into a full grounded combo out of DP Baroque. Like I think that is like an irreplaceably dumb gimmick, and he can like do really brain dead pressure with like air dash C's, and he's obviously got the really good assist, which Morgan shares. But like I think he's a dumb character with some dumb gimmicks. He also outputs way more damage than she does.
Okay, so I've been in the training mode,
Okay,
and
all
I've been doing combos with Ryu, and I'm
right.
like, where is this damage coming from? Because other than using level 1 supers, I just do a generic ground string. And I mean, yeah, it's easy. That's
Hmm.
that's perfectly fine for playing on a lower tier, but that doesn't mean that I would say that he's a better character than Morgan. Cause um, I would say the fact that Morgan's level 1 supers are kind of shitty is kind of bittersweet because
Hmm.
you leave it up to where level 3 confirms,
Yeah.
which that's,
Well, and
or like, you don't want to keep wasting meter with her.
it's also like he gets. It's not just like, oh, she can't tack a super on in the end where he can. It's also like he gets to tack command normals onto his strings. He gets a full extra ground string because of the donkey kick, and like he can just tack on like so much extra damage that she doesn't have the ability to, you know, onto his combos even without using Baroque. Like yes, it's easy to execute these and like they're not like super hard combos or whatever, but like he can do so much more in his combos even without resources than she can.
And with my argument there is that
Mhm.
I would say that Morgan has way more opportunities to hit the opponent than Ryu does. Whereas like I'm tacking in like let's say I think I wanted to say I was getting like 14, 16 bills
Mhm.
with Morgan. I feel I get those way more often with a hard knockdown than I would with Ryu, because with Ryu, generically you're just gonna end what in a Tatsu or like
Yeah, yeah,
I guess like an air combo. Like his
yeah,
jumping B is kind of wonky.
yeah.
They
Yeah, I
both
don't
have
like to
good
do the
jumping
air
lights.
combos with her.
Um, I just feel like I could open up the opponent way more, and I could keep out the opponent way more with Morgan.
So she's got better mix-ups, right? I think we can both agree on that, obviously. But like, I don't, I don't know. I think that, based on what you're saying here, I think that you are underrating how well Ryu does in neutral. I think that he has good hitboxes. I think he has, like, his normal air dash lets him approach from farther distances than she can, too. Without using like Fireball Baroque or something, or like relying on assists. I think that her dash hurts her as well. Like it works. Her air dash, her lack of regular ground dash and air dash hurt her. Like in approaches, I think that once you get in, and this is why I said right. Once you get in, you can get a couple mix-ups, you can do some stuff, but you get push blocked out, and then she doesn't have a fast approach, right?
A fast what? You got cut off there.
A fast approach. Because she can't, like what Ryu can do, and this is like why a lot of Ryu players end up looking dumb, right? Because like you air dash C, they push block you, you air dash C again, but like that's pressure, right? You can stay in, whereas with Morgan, you get push blocked a couple times and you're like back out with like a kind of like a slow dash. So that's why, I don't think that the low damage is a good trade off for her.
With that, I would say that her drill kick gets in her pretty well. I
Like
could
what?
understand your argument with jumping C's, with jumping air dash C's, but you're saying
Yeah.
that you do it again with Ryu and you're in.
hmm
So what stops me from doing another drill kick and I'm in? Because I feel like I
Well,
would
but
need one drill
the,
kick and
the
then one
difference
instant
there, the
overhead.
difference there isn't the normal, right? Like, yeah, drill kick probably has a similar hitbox to jumping C, but like you don't have the momentum from the dash that Ryu has. You have like your weird little slow dash instead, propelling you across the screen.
Okay. I mean, have you seen the momentum on drill kick? Okay. I mean, we could go on that forever,
Yeah,
but
we could go on this.
I'm saying
So,
Morgan is higher.
all right. Well, it's your channel, so you can
Agree
do
to
what you want.
disagree. No, I knew this was gonna come up because
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. I was surprised you sent me your list already, but I still feel at in the end game, or not even end game, just in high level play, that Morgan is better.
Okay.
And I could understand why a lot of people would say Ryu, but they're wrong. So
Yeah, I think like for me, I think he has dumb gimmicks and like a more oppressive neutral game, whereas she just has like mix-ups and low damage.
all right,
But that's my argument.
low damage.
Done. I'm done.
Do you want to pick another two?
Uh, sure. Let's do Joe and Joe.
Joe and Joe. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. I'm digging him in there.
Yeah, get him down in the hole. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna come out here and make an argument that Joe the Condor is real good.
I
or
still
anything.
think he's really cool. He's one of my favorite characters to play with,
Yeah.
but he can't open up for the life of. He actually has a decent unblockable setup with the gun,
Yes.
but it's still like
I would say better than average with the
yes,
gun.
okay, better than average. But I think if you see it coming once, you're not
Yeah,
gonna.
you need to. It can be jumped, right? Basically, is the thing if you know it's coming. So like you need to. You can't just rely on it, right?
Uh-huh.
Like with zero or something, you can definitely
You
just
could do
lean
it
on
over
that
and over
shit,
again.
right? You can just lean on it. Whereas with Joe the Condor, it's kind of like you catch someone with it once, and if you try it again too soon, they're definitely getting out, right? So
He does have
you
some
know,
utility. He has, I would say, he has one of the better VAR incomings, but then it does require like more hands-on, finicky shit
yeah.
with shards.
So yeah, let me list off things as a Joe the Condor player. Shit I like about Joe. One, he's got good pressure, right? He's got a lot of things that let him sort of duck in and out and keep pressure strings going. and he's got good damage. He's got good combos, right? They're a little technical, but like he can do damage, which is nice. And I like his ability to play both at range and in close. He can like the game plan with Joe has to be right because he doesn't have any mix up, so it has to be this. But he can do this where he does the thing where he goes back, shoots guns, starts to try and make people frustrated when you hit them with guns a couple times, and then you just dash up and you try and like spam lights when they're like frustrated and trying to get in. Right? That's like the game plan basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that he's a versatile character. I like that he has good pressure.
His ground
He's
normals are
really
fast.
like,
Yeah, standing jab or standing short.
yeah,
Boot, boot, boot.
standing short,
That's one
standing
of
a
the.
little kick. Yeah.
It's low.
Um, yeah, and like he's cool. He's swaggy as fuck,
Yeah,
right?
he's
We've
really
all seen
swaggy.
the counter. It's cool. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
the counter is like the coolest thing in the world, and he
Yeah,
has super armor boot, which is also super cool.
but yeah, for a character who really wants to like get in and land big damage combos, he doesn't have any mix-ups. He has a hard time actually landing those hits against somebody who's patient.
I could say a couple things that I like about playing him. Let's see here. Oh, his level 3. That like he's one of the other characters that has not only a high
Air,
damaging level 3,
air level
but
3.
it's an air level 3, so you could confirm it. Um, let's see here. And this one is kind of a catch 22, I would say, but the factor that he doesn't chip on his
Yeah,
projectiles could be a good and bad thing. You know, it's
yeah. The no chip guns is actually pretty good. Um, a lot of people just get hit with guns
yeah.
randomly, so it ends up being whatever. But like, yeah, if they block the guns out, they don't get Baroque life, which is cool.
Yeah, that's a factor that a lot of people don't really look at. Like Saki, kind of her game plan is to shoot people and chip and whatnot. Same thing
Yeah.
with Duranjo.
Mm.
But that of course if they block and get no damage they give you Baroque. So that's a free get in for Batsu to do like a dive kick Baroque or like an Alex shoulder tackle Baroque. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yep.
giving them opportunities to cheat their way in.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
for
I
the
wouldn't put him high, but he's definitely not bottom tier for me.
let's see, did you put him around there? Oh yeah, okay.
I put him low. Yeah.
I see. Um I had him like down here, which is unfortunate because he is really cool. He's just one of the ones that doesn't have any ways of opening up people, just for that factor. But still, one of my
Joe.
favorite characters to play as. We wanted this guy, which I
Yes.
definitely would say is the better Joe.
Yeah. He's the better.
Let me put him over here for a second. Let me compare where we had him. Um, oh, we pretty much have him in the same spot,
Pretty
like
mid
a
tier.
tier under. Yeah,
Yeah.
really good. His projectile chips.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was
So
something I wanted to mention from Chun Li too. One of the things that Chun Li can't fight babies.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
she
she
has
has a really
nothing to
hard
fight
time
babies. Yeah.
against small characters.
So Joe has that coming for him. Condor. Um, his supers again aren't that great. Well, he has the rushdown one, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Um,
cool, but it's not great.
yeah,
Like he doesn't get really great extensions off of it, right?
it's
Compared
just
to what he would
stuff.
get otherwise.
The supers like Chun Li legs super, I would say, are the supers that you want to use up when you have resources to burn. Like if you got 5 bars
Yeah.
and you want to like either get a level 3 in there or whatnot.
Yeah.
His running game is stupid because he has the horizontal red hot kick,
Yes.
and red hot kick, as far as I know, is safe on block when you even when you do the diagonal one. I can't see him punish
I
it.
I can't recall ever seeing someone punish it. So
I know Metaturnal's in here, and he could still, if you didn't double jump or whatever, or I know certain, you could still air dash backwards and whatnot,
yeah.
do stuff afterwards.
Yeah, he's got really good mobility. He's got that dumb overhead. The
Said I was
overhead that
punched exactly
looks
one
like a
time.
stand jab.
Yes,
Uh, and he's got the what
he
do you
has a
want to call it?
great slide kick.
He's got the slide kick. He's got the jump C, whatever you want to call it.
Jump
Pizza
C,
cutter.
right, spinning thing.
He's got the pizza cutter, right?
Yeah. And in this
Um,
game, his boomerangs don't go away when they're charged up. So like he has that sort of like cheating to like go ahead hit me, because there's a boomerang coming to get your ass after
Yeah.
you get a few hits. Unlike Marvel 3, they go away the second he gets hit.
Yeah, bad things about him are his combos are awkward to confirm. He
Awkward to
leans
confirm.
a lot on assists.
Leans on assist. He has to get in because he has no range.
Mhm.
But that's not like his full game. Of course, he has a keep away, but he is, you know, awkward once he gets
Yeah,
in.
both in terms of neutral and in terms of his combos, he has to lean on assists a lot. And yeah, the level one supers are awkward. They're not great. He doesn't have great unblockable setups.
Oh yeah, he has
Yeah,
like a kind of generic one with shocking pink, but
yeah,
it's
but like
still yeah.
trying to do that's a little dangerous too for
Yeah.
obvious reasons. You can blow yourself up,
Literally
literally.
awesome. And where
But
is he at the health points? He is. Oh wow, he's actually got same health as Ipatsu Man and Chun Li.
yeah,
So that's more than all of Science Ninjas,
yes,
all of Yatterman 1 and
yep.
2, Mega Man
Yep,
Roll
yep, yep.
0. This little guy, I mean, in Marvel 3, he has more life than Sentinel. You know, like, what the heck?
Sentinel life.
Yeah. So we both agree like he's around here.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Um, we got those two.
All right, you pick the next two.
All right. Let's see here. I wanted to know if you had this guy in your top 5.
He was up there. I don't know if I'd put him top 5, but I think he was definitely high tier
Let's
for
see.
the one I
Yeah,
made.
he has some stupid things. Let me see where I. Oh, actually, I'm sure I would have him in my 5 because he's on my team. He's on my squad. He actually has a good amount of health. He has dive kicks to run away. He has tardy
Mhm.
cancels.
Yeah, so that's a big thing I think for Batsu, right? Is he has I would say the best defense in the game, right?
Yes. Okay.
Between the guts uppercut and the tardy cancels, it is a pain in the ass to go in on Batsu, right? And like his mix-up game is kind of like whatever, like the like overhead is like kind of a joke until you're eating it from block stun, with
Yeah,
super
from
armor
blocks
on
done.
it, and then it's like, I barely recovered in time to even block it all, and then I'm supposed to like react to this overhead. Like, fuck is wrong with this character?
Yeah, he has some things. He has great normals. He also
Yeah,
has a standing low, but I don't really use it that much.
yeah.
Pretty good damage output. Kind of high up there in weird execution. Like I have to use some execution on it, but it's still not consistent. It's kind of weird to explain.
Yeah, the dive kick loops are, there's easy ones and hard ones.
Yeah, but they're all great. One thing I love about him is I guess I would consider it an option select. It's his light DP for eating up eating up mega crashes
Yeah.
because that shit is not always me predicting. That's actually
Mhm.
me going for it no matter what. So pick your
Yeah, I see
options.
that. Like sometimes you just like do that in combos, and
Yeah.
like if they don't burst, then it's still a combo, and if they do burst, then surprise, you got Mega Crash baited.
Yeah. Not a lot of characters have that ability, and his is a lot easier to confirm off of than many others.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah,
and I would,
I
the DP again. I lump in there with his defensive ability. I think that he's defensively the strongest character in the game. I don't think that he has the strongest mix-ups or the strongest neutral, but I think that he's hard to fight against just for that. And then he has really high damage.
yeah, I
High
have him
health.
in my top 5 or maybe top
He's
7.
close. He's
I don't think he'll
close.
be
Close
at
to
least
top
top
five
5.
for me. I think I had like, yeah, what? I had like the top three, and then I had like a tier with like 4 or 5 people under that.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I'm looking at yours, and yeah, you had like Ryu Yatter 2 up there, and
Yeah.
redacted.
Redacted. Yeah.
This guy is in my bottom 5,
Yes. I put
whereas
Palomar on the same tier as Condor Joe, right? I think.
oh, you did.
I wanted to say I had the two of them down there
Yeah, you
in
did.
a almost bottom tier.
Yeah. So I would just say that he's slightly better than Condor, in my opinion. Uh, Not necessarily as a point character. I think Condor's a way better point character,
Mhm.
but he is able. He has an overhead and he has a cross up thingamajigger, like
Yeah,
to mix up people. His walking, his normals are kind of stubby.
his normals are very stubby.
He has
His
no
walk speed is
projectile.
non-existent. His dashes are okay.
That's why I wanted to use these. I tried to make a team with these guys because I think like Condor is such a better point character
Hmm.
than Polly, but Polly is like a good asset because he has an assist. You VAR
And
into him, he could do the air
yeah,
super.
this is the thing about Polymer, right? He's one of the dopest VAR characters in the game. Like you put him on the back, he's got a really good lockdown assist in the legs, and then you VAR into him, and every combo suddenly does a bajillion damage.
Yeah, that's why I just try to think how the hell did Royal Flush do it back in the day? Because I
Yeah,
don't think nowadays I would be scared of him if he was the only character left.
yeah,
I don't. Well, we just like okay, he'll hit me with an overhead maybe once or twice, but
yeah.
I'm sure I'll be
Well,
able
and
to
yeah, that's the
reverse
thing.
it.
It's just like even if you eat that big damage, it's kind of like okay, now I'm out again. Like,
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? You're Polymar.
I don't really see a comeback factor.
Yeah,
Um, he has the car. He has the car,
the
and
car,
then
the
his
car
level
is
three. His level three requires him to collect ducks. Like,
yeah. He needs 3 ducks for what is a high damage level 3, but it's nothing special, man. It's really nothing special.
yeah, Magno.
It's like it's a level 3 that like it's totally for memes, right? Like people like they hit it on me like when I'm air dashing in or something, and they're already like a character and a half up on me, or they're like, okay, yeah, you hit it. It's got quick startup and it's invincible, ha ha ha. But like it's this short range little thing that just goes into an animation. That's all it does, and it does like slightly higher than average damage, and it's like it's a joke. I don't know.
Poor guy.
Poor
Yeah, I
guy.
gotta see what I don't know what Ed always picks awkward characters, but he makes them work. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, that guy's just smart.
Whatever. Fuck you, Ed. Okay, so I picked those two. Let's say do we who was somebody that we agree on?
So are
Oh,
we
go
are we
ahead.
not going to put are you seriously putting Joe below Polymer? Because I think him being better on
Joe below
point
Polymar?
just yeah I think him being like considerably better on point should justify them being in the same tier.
Okay. Yeah, actually, and I think I could agree with that. They'd be on the. You just don't want Joe to be down there.
Well, it's
No,
not
I'm
like
just
it's
kidding.
like I had Joe down low tier, right?
Yeah,
Like that's fine, but
Polly.
like
Yeah,
I don't think like I think they have different utility,
they have
right?
different utility.
They're both
Definitely.
bad and they both have their own like different utility. I don't think we talked about Joe's assist when we talked about Joe, but Joe
Joe's
Condor
assist.
assist is
Yeah,
trash.
it's
It's
not
really bad.
really great. It's just like a generic zoning, or
Yeah, it
who
whiffs on
knows someone
grounded
chooses.
opponents though, and it shoots up in the air and like has
Yeah.
like this weird variable hit stun depending on how many hits actually land depending on their height. It's just awful.
Well, I mean, it is awful for ground, but if people are jumping around like idiots, then
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing. Like, yeah, they'll get hit by it, but it's not really. It's just like a
yeah.
generic
Well,
zoning
like I
thing.
said, because the number of projectiles that hit varies depending on like their height and stuff. It's hard. It's like really hard to confirm off of. So it's not even like, oh, you catch someone out of the air and you confirm into a combo. Like maybe you will, maybe you won't. Who knows?
Yeah,
Anyways, we're past that character.
we are past it. You're like, are you sure is he gonna put him there? Okay,
I will
before you
fight
even
for
get
him
into anything.
being in low tier with Palomar.
Okay, I guess we could, in merging ours, we could put them there. I would say that's fair enough game. Their utility is both different, but
Mhm.
their one doesn't outshine the other. Did you want to choose a couple, or did you want me to throw in somebody real quick? Cause I'm
Let's do the other two Gachamon members.
oh, okay. Um, Ken, here let me. I don't remember I put him, but okay. So look at you. Oh hey, look at you.
I had them both pretty low, and my opinion
Yeah,
on them,
I think I am like that too, which is
I
fine.
had my opinion on these two has changed over time, right?
Me too,
Like
unfortunately.
back in CGOH, Ken was really good. June also seemed like someone who it's like, wow, she's got these like really long pressure strings. She's got these high-low mix-ups. She's also got an air level 3 she can confirm into.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Better
but
than Ken's.
like, which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's continue with Jun. I was gonna
Jin.
say that they both have ways of getting in with something, like, but then I think Ken's is way better because with I guess it's that one's bird shoot. I can't remember which
Mhm.
one, but just the charging move,
Yeah.
the charge at you shot
Yeah,
or
the
the.
bird shoot is the DP and bird run is the projectile.
Oh, okay, yeah, like she has what Fampi used to do was like call a Hadouken and then do the bird kick thingamajigger, swan
Yeah.
dive, whatever.
Yeah.
That obviously she can't do that by herself.
Hmm.
Um, but she also can't do it in the air. Other than that, her damage output's not that great. She has some cool mix-ups,
Yeah,
but
she's got some cool mix-ups, but she needs to get in,
yeah,
right?
she needs to get in, and you also need some damage on those mix-ups. Whereas like somebody else that can mix you up tacks on
Yeah,
damage
it's like
before they mix
there's
you
all
up.
these like qualifiers, right? It's like if she hits you standing in the corner with this many meters, then she can do
Yeah,
decent
some
damage. But
yo-yos
like
and stuff.
if she hits you in the corner crouching, she gets less. If she hits you mid-screen standing, she gets less. If she hits you mid-screen crouching, she gets like nothing. You know, it's like
I know.
all these like weird qualifiers for her to just do like reasonable normal human damage.
Her crouching C to forward C is kind of inconsistent. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
played her enough to know that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why that's inconsistent.
Yeah, well,
But
like that's a crouching versus standing thing, and it's also like spacing dependent, right?
yeah, it's
Even
so
if they're
unfortunate.
standing, sometimes if they're like a pixel or two farther away, it'll just not combo.
They should have made that consistent. But I feel like, yeah, she's not that scary, especially when she's alone.
Mhm.
Yeah, her crouching B was actually turned into a low from CGOH to
Yeah,
UAS because I guess her crouching C to forward C is
she's
like it's just
she's another character who I wish she was better because she's fun.
yeah. That's
Like,
the thing is everybody in this game is cool and fun, but then
yeah.
like
Well, she's like the only character who can get like like not maybe not the only character, but she's like one of the only characters that can really utilize the full TvC magic string, right? Where you do like stand light, crouch light, stand mid, stand
uh
heavy,
huh.
crouch heavy, forward heavy, and then you can like that staggers, and you can like do more after that. It's cool being able to do these like really long normal strings in your combos and like extend with like these sort of like low juggle situations, and she can do the like stand C loops, juggling in the corner and stuff, like really fun combos, but not fun to play in neutral.
Not fun enough. Yeah,
So,
which is a shame because she got some good normals and stuff, but it's not enough
yeah.
to like be up there. Still, again, it's not like unwinnable.
Yeah, no, and like that's the nice thing about TvC. All these characters down there. I'm a Joe the Condor man. I
Yeah,
know he's bad, but like I can win. I can win
yeah.
against lots of people. Whatever.
Okay, Ken, real quick. I just had him slightly above her,
Yeah,
just like a little bit. I could debate.
that's
I
fair.
could understand the debate of they actually both have the same health, but then his
Yeah.
I would say like his normals and his confirms. Of course, if you pair him up with Tekka, he's like up here somewhere. But we're talking more
Yeah,
individual right now.
but like I also feel like that pair is not like it's like a legacy pair,
Yeah,
and there's still
legacy
like some
pair.
tech left over from
That's
that.
that's a great way
But
of saying
like
it. I couldn't. That's
it's
a great way
it's
of saying
not
it.
as
Legacy pair.
good as it even was back in the day, right?
Yeah. His overhead is pretty cool because it's a normal, not like
Yeah,
John's. Like you gotta do all this stuff. He has like
yeah.
some cool combos off of it.
He's got the normal, and yeah, it like if you cancel it on the first frame that it hits, you're airborne, so you get the
Yeah.
airborne bird shoot, which means you get standing juggle combos off of it, which is neat. But
Still not high damage, but
it's not amazing. It's still not high damage. Yeah.
he doesn't really have a great unblockable setup.
Hmm.
Um, but the three moves that he has, like I guess the last one's kind of useless. The little dive kick one, kind of useless.
Yeah.
But
It's
his
good.
other
It's
two,
okay for combo
yeah,
extensions.
combo extensions. His other two are pretty annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
Bird shoot and uh, bird orang.
Bird run.
Yeah. But other than that, he's super floaty. I would say that's kind of a weird downflaw, or
Yeah,
yeah,
his weird floaty jump, I don't like it. Some people like playing with stuff like that because it gives them more time to look and see around. I don't want to like call that like a flaw, but
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say it's
like
like
playing
a
with
weird
someone like Joe.
neutral.
He's the opposite of Joe the Condor,
Yeah,
right? Where
Condor is heavy.
Joe has really fast jumps, very
Uh-huh.
short jumps. I personally like that better.
What you're saying? They've fallen from grace from CGOH.
Yeah,
But let's just put them over here. I would say I agree that they're both like the same threat level.
pretty low. Yeah,
Cause
I could see Ken being a little bit better, but I put them both in like a similar
yeah,
tier. They've they've got the one thing about those two is back in CGOH they used to call it the Ninja Team jabs, right?
yeah.
Where it was like
This
the
is,
second tier of
this
jabs
is a
after Yatter
Tatsunoko
jabs.
game, and these science ninjas are not that. That
They've got good
sucks.
jabs though.
Yeah, they got great
They've
jabs.
good spammable jabs, and
Yeah,
that's a thing, you know.
I love spamming my standing jabs, and then Condor has a jab with his foot.
Yeah, Condor is a weirdo.
There are the other like Ken and John are like, "You're doing it wrong." It's like I'm a rebel.
Like, shut up! I'm gonna shoot the bird missiles.
And then you get shards in your brain. You know?
Spoilers.
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 But that's yeah, that's fun. These guys are like I personally like using Ken better or Ken more,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would say they're both were there.
Yeah. Agreed.
Let's see here. I'm gonna choose
Big boy.
Big Boy. He's somewhere up here, I would say. Nowadays, I'd say he's somewhere up here.
Yeah. I didn't put him in top tier, but or not. Well, obviously I didn't put him in. But I don't think I even put him in the first tier after that. I think I put him in like the second tier.
I see, yeah. Debatable, but yeah, I think his mobility really hurts him.
Yeah.
Like you put him like over here somewhere.
Yeah.
His air mobility really hurts him. The fact that he relies on Baroque to get in is a problem, I would say. But it's not like that's gonna be something that you're not gonna get. It's just that if the way I play it is that if this guy doesn't have Baroque, my game plan changes. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give him Baroque, so he doesn't have any options.
Yeah.
You know, and then I wait for him to do something stupid like a jumping C or a elbow from full screen or something. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
the second I chip him, then that's like, oh crap, I
Like,
can't do
gotta go on the
anything.
defense. Yeah.
But I will. That's when I try to use like Yatter spins or something. That's when I'll keep like chucking on the chip if he already has Baroque.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had him. You had him like over here. I think I had him like around here next to like Batsu in my top 7 because of his high damage output, which is redonkulous, and his having the most life in the game next to Tekka.
Yep. Him and Tekka have the most life in the game.
Let's
He's
not
got
fail to mention the only snapback in the game. I mean,
only
besides Giants.
snapback besides Giants,
The
and
only
he's
snapback.
got meterless air throw resets.
Yes.
Right. You have these two characters in Ipatsuman and
Yeah, I was gonna say, these
Palomar, where
guys-
like a big part of their kit is that I can spend a bar, I can get a meterless reset in the air. Oh, not a meterless. I can get a free like unblockable reset in the air. And then Alex just gets that like
Do
free
it anytime he wants.
anytime he feels like, and it does so much damage because it's height scaled. It's actually absurd. Just like a normal B&B with this dude into a reset into Powerbomb in the air is like over half life on a lot of
And
characters.
you don't need to use any bar. So like that's like
Yeah.
it hits again, it's like a catch 22. His level 1 supers suck. But
Yeah.
you're saving his
It doesn't
bars.
matter at all.
It doesn't matter.
This guy,
Yeah,
it does not even matter a little bit.
That's so stupid. But yeah, I have him in like my top 7 now. I wouldn't like back in the Evo 2010 days. I wouldn't, but now,
Yeah,
especially seeing him more of his potential, he's up here
Yes.
somewhere for me.
he's up there. He's up there.
Was that the only one I picked?
Yes.
Okay. We're probably gonna agree on her. I like her somewhere around here. Actually,
Yeah.
let me double check. She
Yeah, I had her
has
pretty mid,
grown
too.
on me, especially in a tier. I would have had her like super lower, not super duper lower, not like Condor low maybe, but I think
well, I
she's
think-
scary. I find
I
her way
think,
more
yeah,
scary.
a lot of people used to look at her and say this character has a really good assist, but you have really stubby normals. You have a hard time converting sometimes. Your combos just kind of randomly don't reach because of the stubby normals.
Yeah.
you only do okay damage, not great damage. She has these like weird mechanics with puddle sweeping and whatever that are
Mm-hmm.
like super hard to utilize that can up your damage, but like it's not super feasible. She has a heal that's not very usable in a lot of situations.
It's usable enough to me that like it makes like
Yeah, and
healing her
like
a
and she's
problem.
got awkward dashes, right? She's
Yeah.
got the dashes that take time to start up. But I think over time we've seen people develop real heal setups.
Yeah.
We've gotten used to playing with her neutral game. I think she has really spooky high-low stuff now.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and her normals have, like, especially, like, come out and say it, or jump C,
Or
right?
jump C. Say
It
like
controls the whole screen.
it's not so much about combo damage if you're like collecting
Yeah,
like 5 jumping C's,
yeah,
especially if
yeah.
she's powered up. That's how I play her. It's just jumping
And
C's.
like, if you play enough of her, like what used to be a problem with like, oh, you can't convert off of air dash C, turns out you can, right? You just have to up cancel into jump A,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can combo off of it, and you get regular combos off of that. And you get used to her baroque confirms and her like spacing and stuff, and she starts to do pretty good, like not amazing, but like pretty good damage.
She has pretty good damage, especially if you glitch her out, of course.
Well, yeah, if
Buff her
if
up.
you do the
Let's say
puddle
that.
stuff, the
Yeah.
buff is a lot. But even just getting like a broom charge, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say like even if it's like little damage, the OTG stuff is a problem because the unburstable damage
Can't burst it.
is like if you get the first sweep, it doesn't matter how much damage she's doing. You
Yeah,
can't get out of it. You have to accept it.
yeah.
Um, and all her
And
supers are usable.
I'm just gonna come out and say she has decent but kind of gimmicky unblockable setups because she can baroque
Oh
the
yeah, that's
broom
right.
charge.
The charge up. Yeah, I keep
Yep.
forgetting about that. I keep trying it and then I get blown up and then I forget about it.
Yeah, well, because you can't baroque it until kind of late, right? So you kind of have to catch somebody sleeping on it or have like a really well timed setup with your assist or something.
Uh huh.
But the nice part about it is when you do it, you have a free broom charge, so you
Yeah.
get the wall bounce combos.
And on that note, assist wise, she's like up here.
Yeah, she's
Assist wise,
yeah, that's an amazing
her
assist.
and like Taka, yeah, it works with I would say everybody. One of the things I like to do with everybody is just throw out an assist puddle and just stand on top of it,
Hmm.
and then just wait for somebody to come in or like do something to get swept, and then I get to confirm off of that. So yeah,
Yeah,
she's a threat in this game. She's not a joke character like Marvel 2. She's a
yeah,
threat.
no, she's very real.
I'm sure that the TvC players nowadays know that, but not
Yeah, we all play role nowadays,
yeah,
so
we all
like
have a pocket roll.
we all
what,
like
what
literally
has this
everyone's a
world
pocket
come
role.
to? We all have a
Yeah.
pocket roll.
But like I think she's a character who also rewards putting time in with her, right? Like you learn these weird confirms, you learn how to use her spacing right, and I think she can put in a lot of work. I get and it's not only because I play a crappy point character, but I get a lot of mileage out of roll
She gets
comebacks.
a lot. Yeah, roll comebacks are a thing now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. So we got a few
So yeah, I
left.
think we're on the
Let's see
same page
anything.
with those two. Let's do zoning characters. Let's do Saki and Duranja.
Soki and Doranjo.
Saki.
Oh, Saki. Yeah,
Saki
I
and
meant to say
Duranja.
that. Yeah, sorry. I actually agreed with you in my head,
Yeah.
but not in my voice.
Not in my mouth.
Not in my mouth. So you had
I
her
don't
like
remember
around
where
here.
I
Yeah.
put
I'm just trying to
around there.
replicate it, and then and then I'll like give her my input. Oh, okay. You had her like over here somewhere. Like
I had her pretty high. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Who do you want to talk about first?
It's up to you. I picked the characters.
Okay. Let's go with Doranjo.
Okay. Where did you have her?
I actually had her like around maybe like same tier or a little bit higher than these guys.
Okay.
Now, she has great damage output with
Yes.
the yeah, she was like over here somewhere. She has great damage output, but like her combos do require Baroque. So,
Hmm.
like the person's defense changes when they know you have broke, or like in high
Yeah.
level play. Um,
Mhm.
her zoning also is like a what's a better way of saying catch 22? I was just saying like the fact that you give people baroque with your
Yeah.
zoning
Yep.
is kind of like a pro and con, because
Hmm.
every time I get hit with a blocked boulder, I know that I could do something stupid, get in, and make myself safe.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, her health is actually pretty good. Where is
Health
she
is
at?
good.
I know she's like, I think she has the same as Ryu.
I think so.
Yep,
Yeah.
Ryu and Batsu.
Hmm.
Um, jumping C is great. Her jumping normal.
Jumping C is really good. Crouch B is very, very good.
Yes, her crouch B is very great.
And the fact that it'll extend, she doesn't have problems with like. There's some characters who have these really long crouch mids that like can whiff combos, but stand C will always, always, always pick up after it, even if you hit it like right at the very tip, which is nice.
One of my beefs with her is that she has like one of the shittiest level threes in the game.
Yeah, level three
Um,
is bad.
her supers
That
in
is
general are
true.
not that super great, but it's one of those ones that you just burn if you got resources.
Yeah, like her the big boulder is a setup super. Um, I think it's good. I think it's definitely usable. You know,
Yeah,
you
it's
just go for it
usable.
on knockdown, and you can like set people up into it pretty
Yeah, it's a
easily by
setup.
just like dropping a boulder on their head so they can't jump out of it, and then you get mix-ups behind it.
Yeah, you get, was it Hell Zone Grenade?
Yeah, you get Hellzone Grenade, right?
It's just,
And
it's not
like, and she's another
guaranteed.
one. She's not quite on Alex level on this, but like, if you land a Baroque combo, like you don't even like need super to do the kind of damage that most characters would be doing with super. It's hella damage.
Yeah, you just couldn't. You're trying to be NorCal.
her
I don't know if you did that intentionally
her
or,
combos are hecka tight.
but no, she has some her assist is kind of wonky, not really
Yes,
usable.
it's usable for some situations, but mostly just no.
I'm trying to think, would I be scared of her if she was the last one on the team, or where she's by herself? I guess yeah, she has overhead.
Yeah,
She
I
can't
think
protect
I think
herself
that's one
well
of her strengths.
because we're so
I, I
used. Uh huh.
I think that's one of her strengths is she's good playing by herself. Like I think that she, obviously benefits from certain assists like Chun or
Yeah,
whatever is
I
a
was
big
gonna
one.
say we're so used to having her with Chun, especially, or like Yadaman too. Like
But I think she has ways to play around not having that
she does.
assist. I
She
think
just
that
can't
she can
protect
do
herself as well without that assist.
fine. Like I
Um,
think that when she has the Chun assist or whatever backing like an anti-air assist, let's say, backing her up, like she can play the ground game really easily and like call that assist on reaction and just sort of do that. Whereas I think that she has to be more mindful solo, but like I think that she can still control the air really well. Like jump C, you were messing with the other day, right?
uh
It
huh.
just beats everything. It has like this weird massive hitbox on
It's
it
the
that like
best.
didn't it beat like Tekkaman jump C consistently or something like
Yeah,
that?
why?
Yeah. Like you're like he's
Yeah,
here, his lance is here, and you're like over here with your butt out, and it just beats him, like for no reason. Like, yeah, I think she if you play her right, she has really good air control too.
yeah. Air control. She has some zones that she has weird confirming, but yeah, she's pretty versatile in that. She doesn't have like a good reversal, and you could predict out. I think the only reversals she would really have is her counter super.
Yeah.
It's like you got blown up, but
Yeah, you
yeah, I
can get
think
blown up for that.
she's at a good spot like over here.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Saki,
I put her pretty high. I like the
yeah,
character, but like I'm down to have her.
I like her a lot as well. Like yeah, you had her like higher here, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't pick her over Batsu, Chun, or Alex
It's fair. It's
here.
fair.
Saki,
Hmm.
shit. I wish I knew m- as much as like Supra does, because his Saki's like way better
Yeah.
than mine.
Yeah, so the character, I don't think the character's a good zoner, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's weird because she's a zony character, but is not a great zoner.
but then she has these weird other tools. Her jump B is incredible.
Jump
It's
B,
like
jump feet.
jump B is like a dumb air normal. It is so good, and the fact that you can like if you watch Soup's matches, right, where you get someone into the corner and you just jump up and down, and you jump B and you cancel it into grenade. It is some of the hardest pressure to get out of. It's really good, but like for a character that has like a gun and grenades and all these weird bullets, I think that if you're standing like at full screen, like or like mid screen away from someone, I don't think she really is that scary, right?
Yeah,
Like he'll hit you with a stray grenade or two while you're trying to get in, sure, but like I think she's actually way more comfortable playing in close.
yes,
I
I
think
agree.
that her her jump her jump normals are really good. I think some of her grounded normals are actually pretty good too. And she wants to go for these like setups into combos. She's got a command grab.
She's got a command grab that opens you up.
She's got a command
One
grab,
of her
right?
bullets is an overhead. I always forget.
Yes, yeah. One of the bolts is an
And
overhead.
then she has the unblockable super, which
Yeah, so like, but that's the thing, right? The unblockable super, ideally, right? If you're playing a team with Saki, you have some kind of setup into unblockable super, right? But like to do that, you're gonna need to hit a combo generally. You're gonna need to knock
uh
someone
huh.
down or like set up a thing like what you do with the Tekka assist or whatever. Like it's not a thing where you're generally gonna like land that if you're just playing a zoning game with someone, right?
Yeah, like it, especially. Oh man, I just wish that she had something else that shot like horizontal in the air. I mean, that might be asking a lot, because this game doesn't really have great chip damage. So
Yeah.
somebody with zoning capabilities is not going to be that that useful in a rush down oriented game.
Yeah, she has this sort of weird, sort of incongruous game plan where it's
Yeah.
like it feels like she should try and zone, but she kind of doesn't really want to. She kind of wants to get in, but like her up close toolkit isn't quite complete. She's got like some really strong tools up close, but like it's not like a complete toolkit, I would say.
Yeah,
Close.
she doesn't have a great defensive move like a get the fuck off me, like a DP or
Yeah.
something. She has like her
Mhm.
level 3, of course, but that's not that great either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say fair enough. We got her both over there.
Yeah. She's really strong in certain situations, particularly like I said, her corner pressure is randomly stupid good. Like, a few other like situations she's like really good, but like kind of inconsistent.
Mhm. Okay. Well, you chose
Great.
those two, right?
Yep. You pick the next ones.
Say some animosity here. Let's get some disagreements now.
Let's get these bad ones out here. Karas. I know you like Karas.
I love Karas. I love me some ninja.
Yep.
You got him over there.
So Karas, yeah, Karas for anyone who's tuning into this. Uh, from just historically speaking here, I don't think I'm on line to say. Well, he has the lowest health in the game, and also some of the lowest damage output. Right? He takes a lot of work to do any kind of damage. But he's got big normals, good pressure. It's basically the thing, right?
Mhm.
What do you think? Where did you have him?
As the game evolved, I had him like around up here somewhere. I
So
understand the
like,
low health. This is another like Ryu situation, I would guess, cause or Morgan. I
mhm,
think the amount of times that he could hit people
yeah,
equals out. Yeah, his damage output is wonk sauce, but he has reset capabilities up the gazoo. And his
he does.
normals, you push block. Like, tell me somebody else that could push block to his extent and punish with like a crouching B or a standing B. Like his standing B actually catches a lot of jumping in, and he could
Yeah,
confirm off of him. Um, I
yeah.
need to see.
So
Oh,
because of that, I think that like the like Theorycraft, right? He's a good battery, right?
uh huh.
Because he can do long combos that don't do much damage, but like build a lot of meter and like hit people consistently. The problem with that though is I think he needs to use burst more often than other characters because he just dies.
Yeah, he just dies if he gets hit. Which
Yeah,
again, this is like super theory craft.
yeah.
Um,
I think that he requires a degree of consistency that other characters don't. I think that like in theory he's really good, like because yeah he can pressure really hard and mix up really hard and like in theory, he can just like roll over characters just doing that and build a ton of meter and whatever. But like, I think in reality, he requires like way more consistency in play than other characters that make him like I don't want to say unfeasible. It's not unfeasible, but like weaker than other characters because it's easy to slip up and then you just like lose your advantage instantly because everyone does higher damage than you and everyone has more health than you.
Would you agree if I say that I think he's scarier than these fools down here?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that.
Because I just like, especially the way that he uses his bars. Like, okay, he also has a yatter spin, like the Tonki thing. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still like really good.
Yeah,
And
it's still
the
good.
level 1 super is good for chipping out, I would say, because it's pretty much inescapable. Team super wise, you should be doing the Supra Team Super,
Yeah,
you
Super
know,
Team Super, that tech.
that tech.
Wow,
And
it's good.
his sweep to like the way that he could connect his level 3 in different ways, it's
It's
pretty
good, but
damaging.
again, it's like no damage for 3 bars. You know?
Yeah, well, if you combo into it that much, that's the thing. It's like you should be going for like reset or a grab to level 3, which he's one of the only character. Is he the only
Yeah,
character
he
that
can
could
do
do
he
that?
can do grab into level 3.
Yeah, is he the only one that could do that?
Is he the only one?
Because I was trying to think who else has a level 3 that OTGs besides Roll, like doing that thing.
Well, I mean, roll can, but you don't want to do that.
We gotta kill somebody, but I feel that factor like kind of brought him up for me, cause like
Yeah,
he's able to get in hits. He has a DP. He has a really good mix up. But again, yeah, reason why he's not on top is that he doesn't have damage output, and he has the worst health in the game.
yeah.
So, um,
I think that yeah, he's like a really strong theory character, but I think that he's really hard to execute. That's my read on it. Here it is. Here it is. All right, where did you have this guy?
okay. So again, a few years ago,
Yep.
I would have said the same thing. I would have put him down here.
Hmm.
But after freaking playing this guy like crazy and like
And
learning
I've
what the
played a
fuck I
lot
was
against
doing,
your Frank recently.
yeah, but
Huh?
you haven't played him to his full potential yet against me.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying because I'm holding
Okay.
back on you. It's because I learned so much more about him, and I'm not drunk. I think with the 2 OTG assists, I honestly think he's like up here somewhere. Cause the ways that you could get into the Frankfinite or any like high damaging combo. Okay, let's just throw that out of the way. Like a lot of why is because he has a Frankfinite, which leads up to 30 mil or 30 bill, which
Hmm.
I've tested. Um, like what's that? Like 40 hits, I think. But
Hmm.
they usually get around 30 billion. And I think
Hmm.
that's not Baroque damage,
Yeah,
and you just got to do this stupid combo
just gotta
that
be
I still
consistent.
don't
Yep.
know why it works. But other than that, I understand that some of his normals are stubby, but I don't really need those normals. I got my sweep, I got my standing C, I got my invincible roll.
The standing C doesn't get you anything though, and
Yeah,
like the
it's
sweep.
great in neutral. That's what's like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't really combo off anything, but then, okay, besides OTG, why does it OTG? That's like, it extends my combos for me.
yeah, like that's not a good neutral normal. Like
I say
his
it is.
his. I
I
mean,
throw it
like you
out
can
there.
use that neutral, but you don't get any reward. Though is the thing.
You don't need reward. You just keep hitting people until like they get frustrated or something, or they like I hit them with a sweep. That's like saying
Yeah,
like, why would
like
Cable throw out like
so he.
jumping bullets?
My read on it right is he has one useful norm in neutral, and it is crouch C. It's his sweep, right? Which is it's long range, and you get good reward off of it with an OTG assist. But what was I gonna say? But it's slow to start up, and like it's his only option, right? That's the only thing he gets anything off. Is the only thing that's any good that he gets off of. I think he is like way too one dimensional.
No, I disagree then,
Like
because
he gives really high damage, right? We know this, but like I think that his neutral game plan is way too one dimensional. He has to sit around and throw out like carts and stuff and zombies, just like hoping that you fuck up and like let him hit you with a crouch C. That's his only game plan.
Nah. I disagree. I mean, I see where you're coming from, kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has a roll that crosses you up. He has an instant overhead.
Yeah.
I could special cancel my C into what have you, zombie cross up roll. Like it's just too stupid. Like I realize that he
Well,
has
yeah,
so
but
much more
if you
utility
special
that
like you can special cancel C into roll and then you reset the situation, right? Or you special cancel it as zombie, at which point you're like negative.
reset the situation.
I don't
I'd
think it
say
puts him
I
in a
choose the
positive
situation is what I'm
situation.
saying. No, I'd say I choose the situation when I cancel. I'm either in or I'm zoning you out because
Yeah,
I also
yeah. I
canceled
mean,
the roll with
yeah,
the
you get
zombie.
to choose like where the situation resets, but it doesn't put you at an advantage. Is my point.
I'd say if I'm close enough, I am because I call an assist at the same time.
Yeah, I mean,
And the fact that this fool like has so many ways of getting into that, like I don't know. I just played long sets with Lagrinta, and then like he's just wondering like why do these people say that this guy's bad, and I'm like they just look at these normals.
yeah, and like I think I don't know. Like I've played against your Frank, and you can watch the videos. I've lost plenty against your Frank. I think I've lost more against any of your other team, right? Like I lose against your Frank team. I am less scared of it than your other teams. So
I mean, you could say it is just about me and you. I mean, we could do a long
yeah,
set right
I
now
mean
if you want,
like
but I wouldn't say
you
it's
know
just about
that's
me and you. I want
yeah
to
no it's
see
not
like,
it, like
what if
that,
I get
that's the thing
Lagrinta
though.
to learn this guy? Because I
It's
get,
tough. It's tough to make these tier lists, right?
I'll
Because we have a
say,
limited pool of players to
of
look at,
course,
right?
that's the
Like
problem.
we don't have like a we don't have Frank players,
I'll
right?
say though, as high of a level as I say Lennon is now, as good as Lennon is now, this past year and a half that he's been playing, I've gotten the most near perfects with Frank Roll than any of my other teams.
I mean, okay, all right.
As scary as Lennon is now.
So let's go based off the question you kept asking about other characters. How scary do you think he is solo?
Still scary. That's what I was gonna say. Like with the OTG assist, I'd say that he's like pretty high up there, like kind of like a Strider Doom situation.
Hmm.
But by himself, he like I was just looking into how can I confirm into these things, and then I was like, crap, it's still kind of easy.
Yeah, no,
um,
I don't think it's super hard to confirm into Frank Finette.
his level one super is not that punish. Like okay, if they're
Yeah.
like point blank in front of me and I throw this Mega Buster, yeah, they're gonna punish me by push blocking. But if you're jumping around, that's when I know I'm gonna throw it out because you can't punish me.
Hmm.
Um, his command grab super is really good, and then you get the follow up
His
after it.
command grab super is good for reset situations.
Yeah, like
It's
you throw it out there
yeah,
to catch people off guard, or you could
it
DHC into it. I
really
was
slows
already
down.
theory crafting again, theory craft, but his level
But
three is
like,
also really good, and you
yeah,
could combo after his level three.
but like when we were talking about neutral, right? You were saying, oh, I can roll and call assist and whatever. I think that what's already kind of like a spotty neutral game is even hard. He doesn't have an assist.
Say it again.
I think that like you were talking before about, oh, just roll and call assist or whatever. And I think that like even with assist, his neutral game is worse than most of the cast. And I think that without an assist, he just like is like struggle city in the neutral. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just
Okay.
disagreeing in my head. So,
Disagreeing eternally.
oh, that's what I'm saying. This is what this debate is for.
Yeah.
I have, I have him pretty high up now because I've just cleared the light of day seeing his potential. He's a lot
And I
harder
do
to
think
deal with in neutral than you may think.
I I'll concede that maybe he's not the worst character in the game anymore. I
We'll
think
put
that
him.
we've
How do you
talked
say?
about that for
Okay,
a while.
I had him like up here. Where do
I
you
have
want
a
me to put
hard
him?
time putting him at mid tier.
You have a
I have
hard
a
time.
hard time.
You have a hard
Yeah.
pillar. Do you think he's scarier than Condor?
I would accept him being scarier than Condor.
For the sake of this tier list, would you agree putting him around here?
I would defer to you. I'll give you the veto
Oh,
power
okay.
because you're the Frank player, right?
I look at back on my old Frank, and I'm like, why did I? Well, I mean, then again, we've been playing TvC a lot more lately. I was like, why did
Yeah.
I do this and that? But that always happens. I'll put him over here.
Okay.
I'll say if the day that somebody, oh my God, I hope one of these Japanese players plays a Frank,
Yeah, I
because
know. At least
I
Issa
think I'd be
plays
more scared of
Frank.
Frank than Ryu.
Ooh,
I'd be
wow.
more scared of a single Frank than a Ryu with an assist.
What?
I'll go as far as
Okay.
saying that if
We
somebody's
we will
playing
agree to
against,
disagree on this one.
okay, cool. We
Cool,
got a few
cool.
left, you guys. Let's
Yep.
try to give it.
Few characters left.
Let's make it a lot quicker. Volnut. Before I had him like up here. What do you think? Actually, I'll just say I still have him up there because he doesn't really need
Yeah.
Baroque damage, but
Yeah.
he's really scary with or without Baroque.
Yeah, he's versatile. I think that's the biggest thing about Bullnut, right? He can do lots of different stuff. He's technical, but like if you get used to playing him, I think he can handle a lot of different situations really well and do good damage and control the screen really well. So I think that he's good, solid. Not
Okay.
incredible, but solid.
He has a lot of things to deal like situations with. Like he has great air mobility because of his weapon changes. He has great defense for like the wake up super. If you want to use the Shoryuken or
Yep.
the shield to
Yep.
keep people off of you. I had him like higher up here. You had him like down here. I think to be fair enough, but
Yeah.
I think he's still one of the best
Yeah, I think there are
characters.
different ways to look at him, but he's definitely got really good control in neutral and high damage, and he's good.
Pasta. I had him
Pasta
like down
Man.
here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, cause
Um,
I. Let's see. Where did you have him? Oh, you had him like in mid, or actually
yeah.
higher.
Did I have him higher? I
Yeah.
feel like
Well,
he's
I
pretty
don't
good.
know if it was if it's grouped up or if you had him like over here. I don't know if he's grouped up with the mids.
So I like Ipatsu Men more than I think most people probably do. I really dig the fact that he's someone who can do a the air reset super without being Polymar. I
Mm-hmm.
think like he's got a lot of utility in that he's got that high damage from that stuff and from the launcher loops. And then he's actually got big normals. He's got good movement, and he's got projectiles that he can kind of goof around with. Which
Yeah.
you can say this or that about him doing chip damage or whatever, but like
The sidekick is
he
great.
he has a much better neutral game than Polymar with similar reward. So I like the character for that reason.
I think he's cool. I just like I tried to get in. I was trying to play overtime with a lot of people, see what happens when I'm in the out and trying to get in. And one of the best things to do is sweep, right? Because he has like this godlike sweep.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what could I confirm off of that because I could only do it if I'm deep, and then I could do like the launch loops or whatever. Um, the only thing I could really figure
You
out,
can you can do it from far, but you just need to time it differently. You need to delay the P
yeah, it's kind of
based on
weird. It's kind of
spacing. It's
finicky.
weird.
I was
Yeah, it's
gonna say
finicky.
the OTG because you get the hard knockdown after the sweep, but that
Mhm.
kind of like limits your combo. Then you just have to. Oh, you also have to confirm which side you're standing on. So that's like
Yeah.
something you have to like microseconds figure out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other than that, I guess some of his things are kind of slow. I do
Yeah,
like his
his normals
projectiles.
are slow.
His let's see here. He has the air. I really like that concept of using the air supers. I thought that was a great thing that TvC did with the air reset supers. It
Hmm.
makes you think of what you're gonna do, or both wise the meta kind of changes.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's like it's something we didn't talk about with Polymer or Alex, but it makes them characters that they're the only characters that get good damage on Mega Crash combos,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Stuff like little situations like that.
Until
It's not
blockables came
just
in.
like the same as it's not just the same as a high damage super at the end of your combo. It's like legitimately gives you different options.
With that said, I would have had him higher a little bit because of that, but with the inclusion of the unblockables, it's like, yeah, you get a Mega Crash combo, but now you can get a Mega Crash into a reset because of the
Yeah.
unblockables.
Mhm.
So like he doesn't really have an unblockable implementation there. But he still has cool concept. The baseball level 1 super doesn't do a lot of damage. Level 3 is the best
Yeah.
super in the game.
Yeah, best super in the world. Yeah, like that's the worst thing about him for me is that level. Um, and like I get, I understand the arguments about like, his normals are slow. I I feel like I understand that I probably overrate that character. But, I like his design. I think he has a lot of utility and high damage. I like it.
Let's actually put him with these guys then, like with this mid
Okay.
tier, because I would say I definitely like playing with him, but I don't feel like I'm going to guarantee a win with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would say I'm more worried about fighting him than these two at least,
Yeah, I think so.
and Polymer and Condor.
Plumber.
This guy.
All right, this is one of the interesting ones, right?
Uh huh.
Uh, Soki. Kaiji no Soki.
Let's
For a long
say
time, I thought that
5 years
Kaiji no
ago. Or,
Soki
go ahead.
was complete trash, right? And like, there were people back then. It's like, no, no, he's good. He can pressure really hard. Or you can do stuff, and it's like, no, he's garbage. Stop talking to me. He more than any other characters has probably seen a jump in the tier lists as a result of Unblockable. Would you disagree?
No, I completely agree, but I
Yeah.
also would say that he was starting to grow on me
Yeah.
even before the unblockables were like super implemented, but then the unblockables super duper boosted because his is hella easy.
Yeah, so he gets really good unblockable setups. It's similar to
You
like
had him like in the same
rolls
group.
setup, except you can cancel it faster, so it's less easy to react to, and he has longer range on its normals, so you don't have to be like directly in someone's face to
Yeah.
unblockable them. Uh, so yeah, he can just open people up with that now, and he still has the same sort of dumb pressure that he has before, except now it's a lot scarier because he has a very serious way he can just decide to open you up.
When I started using his standing C and launcher like raw just for like neutral and stuff, I was like, this is this is like, I don't know. I was just doing like the GC Yoshi, with the raw sentinel
Yeah.
launchers. But other than that, he still has shoulder bashes to get in
Yeah,
for
he's
free.
got shoulder bashes to get in, but like the thing about that character, right, is it was always like before it was like you just block low,
Yeah.
right? You block low, he uses his shoulder bash, he baroques it, he goes through his thing, and then he either does another armor move and you punish him, or he just stops pressuring you,
Uh huh.
right? Was how it used to be. He uses his assist maybe, and you just keep blocking low, and you just sit there, look at your watch, make a sandwich, whatever. Like it's just like it wasn't scary at all. Now the fact that he can do all that pressure, but you have to be on your toes to watch out for like what's one of the better unblockable setups.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say one time I
he's
tried
a
to
scary
interrupt
character.
an unblockable setup, but the fact that he's that's so stupid. The fact that he's using a counter to
Yes.
to an unblockable
Hmm.
baroque, like I got
Hmm.
blown up by the counter. And
Yep.
I was like, what the hell? What do I do then? I don't know. I was just trying to like change it up, but then I think ultimately I just decided to just keep bursting when the time came for the ones that I wanted to, because I was like, this
Yeah.
is kind of stupid. But yeah, he gets in, baroque, unblockable. That I would say that's fair that we both put him I think in this
Yeah.
range of character here.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, I know Carlo's watching, so I'm just gonna put this guy all the way down here.
All the way down there.
Garbage with his stupid dog.
So I don't know where to put this guy,
Me
honestly.
neither.
He's got the knee, right? It's a
Right?
wild card. He's got these weird tools. Like he's got the knee, which like you think in your brain like it should probably be a gimmick, but then like it hits everyone. It hits literally everyone. You can use it to anti-air. You can mix people up with it. Um,
He has great utilities in those senses,
he's
but it's
got
just
he's got the dogs, which also like they seem like they're not that good, but then like you can kind of use them for stuff, right? Like the A dog can kind of be used for like insurance because it can like hit people out of if you get hit. You can you can sometimes use you can use the B dog for like
Yeah.
BDs and stuff.
I like A Dog the best now
Yeah,
because it comes out the fastest. It hits overhead, and I don't know. Like whenever I call that and then I get hit, like I feel like that dog is always the one that's gonna save me.
yeah, yeah. That's the dog to use like just in neutral for sure.
Okay.
But like,
Offensive wise, I would use the flaming one, and then like full screen, I would use the B one for the grab bite. But the grab bite, it's like if you connect somebody that's in the air, it's not really gonna do anything. So
yeah,
the least useful one.
yeah. Like his normals are stubby. His movement is only okay. The Denko punches are, whatever. It's a punch special. It's nothing to write home about.
Yeah,
Um, he's got an OTG assist, which is cool.
kind of slow
He's
coming in, but it does OTG.
It OTGs and it covers like an okay little area for like a few hits. So it's kind of like in that respect, I would say it's like a like a budget polymer assist because it probably hits about a similar hitbox, but just for like less hits, and then like OTGs. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
whatever.
that
It's
yeah.
it's okay.
Stubby normals
Um,
still has good specials. It's just weird. His level 3 sucks.
yeah, his
Uh,
level three's garbage. Never
his
use
other
it.
super used to be good in CGOH. Oh my god, why did they get rid of
Yeah.
that? Oh, it was
I
so
still think
good.
his two supers are both okay. Like you just never use punch soup.
Yeah, I'm just sad
Um,
because they got rid of his restand off the dive kick OTG.
yeah,
Then you could use that level 1 super and it made it look cool because that I think that super
yep,
looks way cooler than the Captain
it
Corridor.
does. It looks really cool. Yeah. Yeah. The when they nerfed his dive kicks, it made me really sad.
I know, but
Um,
he's still
that's
that's
life.
another factor that I would say that he's not lowest because the dive kick is something that you could kill people with. Excuse me, off of mega crashes when you get
Hmm.
launched. Not a lot of
Yeah.
people have a way to kill.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good utility.
Yeah, so I'd say like he's in this group,
Hmm.
which is pretty much everybody. Now
That
this
group,
guy.
maybe on the low end of that group.
Before we look at our actual ones. Oh hey, I
Were you
guess we are
similar on
both
this one?
scared of this guy.
Yeah.
But
This guy's scary.
I had yeah. I mean, again, it's one of those things like years ago. I would say that he was one of the weaker ones because he's so damn
So
slow.
I want to go on the record and say you can dive into those SRK4. I was always standing for Tekkaman. I have been standing for Tekkaman for a long time and like, no guys, trust me, he's got this good pressure, he's like whatever, he's good VAR, like all this damage. He's scary. He's a real character. So I wanna go on the record here and
Find
say
those
go
forums.
go check the tapes.
Find those forums. Go check the tapes.
check
Check the
check the
record.
tapes. I was day one talking about how this character was good.
Yeah. Obviously, jumping C is the thing.
Yeah, jump C is
Um.
the thing. It's like I sort of said it with Ryu before, but it's definitely a thing with Tekka where you just jump C and they block it and you just jump C again and what do you do? A lot
I
of
used
characters
to
can't do
be.
anything about
Yeah. Like he keeps you in blocks and you can't get him off of you.
that. Hmm.
But my beef with him before is that like I felt that I could just block all day. But after playing like Soups Tekka Man for a while, like I find myself getting opened up, like especially like how ambiguous you can make the jumping C,
Yes, yeah,
and
you can.
that is frustrating because all of his hits lead into crazy amounts of damage.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like his mix-ups are okay and kind of random. Like, you can really hit people, but like if you hit someone, they're gonna bleed. They're gonna bleed real hard. And
He
like
makes him bleed.
he's got a decent assist, right? It's not a good neutral assist, but it's one of the better combo assists in the game for a lot of characters. And then he's obviously the best VAR partners in the
He he sorry, I'm
game. Yeah,
just
yeah, that's okay.
he doesn't have like a super great unblockable setup, but he has one that like maybe you could catch people off guard with. Well,
Yeah,
what I do is a launcher, and then on the recovery of the launcher, you could Baroque into a standing L, which you may
Yes.
catch somebody every now and then. It's better
Yeah.
than nothing, but it's not like the
It's
greatest.
not great. Yeah.
But either way, if you get like a couple hits with this guy, then people are gonna bleed. But he also has sometimes the range where like people that make a crash will not burst him away because he has that range.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, like I used to think he was garbage, and now
Yeah, no, I think it's
it's
good.
funny. I still used to think he was garbage, and then there's footage of Fampy making like Tekka Man solo comebacks on me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this character's still
Yeah.
garbage.
It's one of those things where it's like when you play it a couple times, you lose it a few times, it's easy to write it off as like, oh, I just messed up, I this, whatever. Until you get enough experience playing against it, and you're like, okay, no, it's hard to play against this character. It's hard to just keep blocking forever and always be ready for when it's gonna cross up, when he's gonna stop doing it and go for something else, and like it's hard to get in on him. When he's in on you, he stays in on you. Then you try and get in on him, and turns out he's in on you.
Yeah, he has great utility too. Of course, his one of the best assists in the game,
Mhm.
and mega crash killing. You
Yes.
you DHC into him.
Yeah.
That's something to definitely. So I find him more scarier than let's say Ryu, Saki, Pasta, blah blah blah.
I'd say so. Yeah. And
Maybe Frank. I don't know. Maybe.
I would say maybe Ryu. But
Just doesn't utilize unblockables that well.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got this list.
We got this.
Let's just look how different it is from what you made.
That was mine. For anyone, yeah. Hang on. Leave it up
Okay.
there for a sec. So
Okay.
chat.
I'm just trying to go back and forth.
This one is mine.
Let's see here. Yeah, like it's really muddy here, but I would say confidently that well, no. I would say Batu. Oh, okay,
So
of
the
course.
big differences on mine, right, are the Karas, Morrigan, and Frank down there at the bottom.
Okay.
Those are the
The
massive ones that
biggest
are
ones.
different from where they sort of ended up on our tier chart. And then there's some little ones, Ryu's a little lower, Pasta's a little lower, whatever, but like nothing massive. Now, what
Next I
about
have
yours?
Yatter
Did you make a
Man.
solo one?
I don't know what the fuck that red thing is. What the fuck is that?
Is this your one that you made?
I
Yeah.
think it was my old solo one.
Oh, okay.
Let me get rid of that shit. Maybe. What the fuck? Whatever. I don't know why that red shit
Whatever.
is
It's
there.
fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay. But so I had Condor at the bottom of the bottom, obviously. So agreeing with you on thinking about it with utility with these guys. Um,
Mhm.
I had Ken a little bit, but I guess their threat level is the same.
Similar.
Yeah, I had Mega Man, Alex, and this guy right under the top tiers.
Hmm.
Before I would have had Chun Li in here instead, but I don't know, just theory crafting and playing more Batsu. Like, it's
Yeah.
stupid.
And then back to the current one. What we got?
This jambalaya here.
The jumble. Did you want to clean it up at all?
Oh, we can.
So, did you want Morgan in that second tier right there? Oh yeah, I would put her down there with like Mega
Let's
Man.
put these guys here. Where was Doranjo? Was she
You could
in
put her.
this thing?
I think I said she should be a little bit higher. I would be down to either put her in that mid tier or leave her up there and maybe promote a couple characters up there.
Okay. Promote a couple characters.
It's up to you. If you're just gonna do it like this, I just wanted to break them up into cleaner lines.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like.
We could just sort of leave it like this. Yeah. Yeah, I think this looks generally pretty good though.
But you would think Ryu would be like up here. You would say.
I would put Ryu up there. Yeah, personally.
Hmm. Okay. Trying to think if I'm more scared of pasta than I think I might be more scared of Condor. I mean not Condor. Nobody's scared of Condor.
Nobody's scared of that
This
guy.
guy, Cash.
Casherin?
But I'm just thinking like,
I,
well, they're still.
I'd say
very
it's about the
debatable.
same for.
yeah, I think this could be a decent one for now. This is not regarding fighting those guys over there on the left.
Mm. Yeah,
And
let's talk for another day.
that's a talk for another day. And we're not talking about faults or whatnot yet, but I
Mm.
think this could be the one.
Yeah,
Um,
it looks good.
Zero, as we said, hands down is the best unblockables.
Hmm.
I think he has the best assist out of these three guys.
Yeah. Yep.
And I guess we both agree that he is the hands down best character in the game by I think now very small margin.
Hmm.
And
Think so.
yeah, the order you said was Zero, Yatter,
Zero, Yatter,
Blade.
Tekka.
I think I agree.
Yep.
Well, okay then. I think this is it. I think this is the one that we'll hold on to for now.
Looks good to me.
All right. And that's been Tatsunical Tuesday. Holy crap, it's 7 o'clock over here. What time is it there? It's 9, huh?
It's 9. Yep,
Damn,
it's 9
we
o'clock.
talked about this for a good while. Now I'm ready to play somebody and prove to you why Morgan is
Why
better.
Frank deserves to be
Frank
higher.
and Morgan. Okay. No, I'll play somebody if they're down because I think I'm done for today. I don't have work tonight. But yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna cut this up and put
Yep.
stuff together. But I think this is me and Bill's collective tier list for now. So thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Thanks for checking it out, guys.
TvC.